First thing that I am leaving in 2022 is, y'all, today was such a rough day. I feel like I'm in my selfish era. Good morning. We are back. We're back. I am back at school for 2023 school year, and to be honest, I'm a little sad about it. You know when you have like such a great break and then you come back and you're just like, I don't want to come back, because you imagine like, oh, my life like this every day, beautiful, but it's just not the reality, and I'm coming to terms with that. However, I do have a lot of things that I am doing this year. I feel like I'm in my selfish era. Because I am choosing to put me first, and there are a bunch of things this year that I refuse to do because I'm putting myself first. To be honest, we came back Tuesday, today's Wednesday, but on Monday night, I had a breakdown. I had a full-on breakdown, and I think there's many reasons why I had a full-on breakdown, but I had a full-on breakdown crying to my husband, and I was like, I just can't go back. I love teaching, but this is not a long-term thing for me. And I was like, I'm just letting you know that yes, I'm going back tomorrow, well, Tuesday, and I will probably go back next year. Not something I feel like I can do long-term, and so I let him know, and we'll see if things change. You know, systems are broken, and we will see if things change by the time I'm like, I can't do this anymore, because I am this close to feeling that way. But we'll see how it goes. Let me show you how unbothered I am about this room. You saw how messy it is, and I have this much motivation to fix it up. And I know you guys are gonna say, well, how are your kids gonna learn in such a messy environment? And I'm like, you know what? We will make do. And if I have time to pick up and clean up, or if some students want to help me pick up and clean up, that is totally fine. I will do that if I have time. But right now, there's just my laundry list of things to do is too extensive to even worry about that right now. Selfish era. It's all about me. So there are some things that I'm leaving in 2022 that I will not be bringing into 2023. But for now, let's get started on this day. So I'm on prep, but the first thing that I am leaving in 2022 is making more. So thinking if I do more, like the outcome will be more. I am filled to the tippity top, and I cannot give more. Especially being a teacher. And something that's really expected of teachers is to give up their time, to give up their identity and be a teacher all the time. For example, I do a club every Tuesday and Wednesday called Broadcasting Club. I do not get paid for it, and I do a lot of work to keep it up. So that is something that I am going to have to leave in 2022. I'm going to finish out this year with broadcasting, but I don't think I'm going to do it next year just because I mentally need that time to prepare for my lessons. And I refuse to come in earlier than I do. Also, last year, I used to come in like 2 hours before the kids would come in, and I am not doing that this year. Less is more is my motto this year. Y'all, today was a day. Holy cow. I live in Vegas, so anytime there is an inkling that it might rain, it is just the craziest time ever, and it was cloudy all day. So the kids were just crazy. I have my backpack on, the bell hasn't even rung yet, and I'm about to storm out of here as fast as I can because it was that kind of day. Yeah, welcome to the life of a teacher. Hopefully I'll talk to you more later. Bye. Y'all, today was such a rough day. It was such a rough day. And it started out rough, which is wild. So my first class, I have first grade, and there was a student in the class, and he was screaming bloody murder, and he has an aide, and I am literally trying to like act as if nothing's wrong. Like, continue on with the lesson, trying to keep the kids' attention. So in doing so, I am speaking loudly. Like, look, I have a stress pimple. I was speaking loudly, which sets another kid off, who is also now screaming as well. At the end of the day, I have a bunch of people come to me and they're like, were you okay this morning? Like, was I supposed to come help you with that kid? And I was like, no, that's just what he does. And so that was really rough. And then I had a meeting during my prep, so I didn't get my prep today. And then I had kindergarten next, and there's a student in that class who was set off, and I was still a little overstimulated from the first class, but he was set off and started throwing things around the room. He reared up to throw a chair. I was like, nope, called admin. I never call admin. Like, that is my one thing. I hate calling admin into my room because I know I can handle the situation, but in that moment, I told you, less is more. I could not handle any more of that. I was not going to continue to put myself through it. Like, I was shaking because I've had situations that have escalated in the past just due to that kind of stuff. So I have a little bit of I had like a little flashback of that, but it was just a little bit much. And then the kid ended up staying in my room, which, yeah. And then I had lunch, and then I had the rest of the day. And so I was my patience by the end of the day was like this big. I had hardly any patience by the end of the day, so I felt really bad. My last class, bless their hearts, I was much better by the end of the day. I just continued to take deep breaths and try to calm myself down, but that's how it is sometimes. It was a lot. It was a lot. But my second thing I am leaving in 2022 is making my personality teacher. I am not just a teacher. I am much more than a teacher. So thanks to that, I have an after-school routine that helps me wind down, but I go work out and release some energy and anxiety and stress from the day, and that's what I'm going to do. So first thing, I am leaving more is more in 2022. Less is more is my motto this year. And then the second thing is making my personality a teacher. I am more than a teacher. I'm not just a teacher. Teaching is my job, not my personality. So let's go do that. See you in a bit. Okay, I got home. I took my makeup off my face. I am going to work out. Let's get it. you're wondering why I keep looking down at my watch, it's because I'm looking at my workout app. The app I use is called Shred, and if you get overwhelmed planning your workouts or knowing what to do in the gym like I did for so long, this is a really great tool to help. It's not sponsored or anything. I just absolutely love them and have actually used it for a really long time. It's full of really easy to follow workouts for home and the gym, and it even has a community feature where you can help motivate others. It also comes with lots of different training styles and different durations, which can help me find a workout for any mood that I'm in. I love it because it's so easy to use and helpful for beginners. Like, if you don't know how to do an exercise, there are videos and directions to help you understand how to do it properly without injuring yourself. Not only does it tell you what exercises are next, but it also tracks your rest time, your sets, and your reps based on your goals. It's so crazy how a workout can change your mood instantly. But the last thing I am leaving in 2022 is prioritizing the needs of others. Like I said before, I'm in my selfish era. And it's kind of weird to say, but I am gonna take care of me first. For example, today when I left school to come home, I could have stayed and cleaned up my room, which I should have. It's long overdue, like you saw before, but I had a rough day and I knew that if I stayed longer, I would become more and more resentful. So I put my needs first and I skedaddled out of there like I should have and came home and took care of my needs. I needed to work out and release some of the stress and energy, and that's what I did. So you should be putting your needs first too. Yes, society's gonna tell you you're selfish. Enter your selfish era. It's great. The water's great, come on in. Let me know down in the comments what you are leaving in 2022 and what you are starting in 2023 for yourself, and how you are gonna put yourself first. This is your selfish era too. Let's put our needs first. Subscribe down below if you wanna see more things like this. I'm gonna start adding a little bit more lifestyle content onto my page, more teaching tips, more self-care tips. Selfish era 2023. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining along, and have a fabulous, fabulous new year. Talk to you soon.